everyone, and welcome back for our second interview of the day. So exciting. We have the beautiful, beautiful Therese here with us. So to
Hello, hi everyone.
talk about the cozy comfort. Ever since somebody said comfort cozy, I think it was Carissa Wiley. Now all I can think of is comfy cozy as opposed to cozy comfort. So I have to really focus. Hello to all of you coming in, and hello to Jennifer McGuire. Thank you for coming back to join us this evening. And yes, if you guys have some questions in there, please feel free to pop them in, and we will see if we can get some answers for you on those.
I'll
And
do my
don't
best.
forget, maybe we'll see.
I'll make it up.
Yes, make it. We were talking about that. We make it work. And don't forget, we have another 3 days. You get that discount. So make sure to check it out if you have not already. These are recorded. They are yours to keep. So it's not, if you have something October 7th, your boss has already told you you have to work and you're like, but I really want to go to this. You still can. You can get the kit, the recordings. There's a special Facebook group that you can ask the instructors questions. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing
Yeah.
that you can still, if life happens, you can still attend and make beautiful, beautiful projects with these phenomenal instructors. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Therese Calvird. You can find me at Lost in Paper. I've been making cards now since 2005. I've been blogging since 2010, and it's been a journey. For some reason, I decided to start making videos, and even I'm tech phobic. I don't know what made me do that. It's just something that I wanted to do, and I learned along the way. And I've been with Altenew now since 2015, and just love everything about the company. It's awesome.
So you've been there since almost the beginning. Like you're only a year off. Like
Yes, I was friends with Tasneem before. She even, like, we used to follow each other at our blogs and join the same challenges and things. And I used to also do the runway challenge with Jen as well before pre-Altenew.
yes.
Yeah, so been watching those, and they're both amazing people, and what they've created is incredible and so good for us because we get to reap the benefits of their amazing abilities. Like they can draw, they can, like, just the view, like how, like, I think what you were saying earlier was how do they think of these things? Like that first layering stamp set, it was a game changer.
And the first layering stencil, because now we have those,
Yeah.
it's funny to look back, like at Altoona Academy, we had stencil techniques, but they were all one layered stencils. And now we have, I think our biggest stencil, I think, is 7 with the anniversary set this year. I think, oh no, it was 12.
No,
Sorry,
12.
12. It
12
was
with the
12.
billowing peonies. And that is an amazing set. I love it.
And that is, yes, I told Tasneem, I'm like, you can increase the stencils. It's okay. We can do more than 12. It's all right. We all love the stencils. It's okay.
The size of that set, it's huge.
It's
But
large
it's
and in
beautiful,
charge, but gosh, it's gorgeous. It's
isn't it?
just,
Isn't it?
it's stunning. So we are yes, and I so second Jennifer when she said, "We're so glad you did the videos. I'm so glad you jumped in, even though you were tech phobic. I'm glad you just jumped because we are so grateful for your inspiration, and your videos and your creations are just, and
Thank
I
you.
love that a lot that you show us is how to do things simply, that you don't have to have fancy
Mm.
techniques, that you can do 2 different ways really simply. And I love that because I think people get overwhelmed sometimes. It's fun to have the in-depth techniques, but it's also great that you can show how to do a project 2 ways, look so different, but the steps you take really aren't that different
Oh,
sometimes.
thank you. I think that's the best thing about card making. It can be easy and you can get amazing results, and it can be done by anyone.
Yeah.
And that's why it's nice to be able to break it down. And it doesn't, I love all the complicated cards and all the complicated techniques, and but sometimes that can be intimidating too. So it's nice to be able to sit there and go, I can get this incredibly amazing looking card without, being, having to be the best colorist in the world or have all the gear in front of you. I can achieve the same thing with what I've got here.
And sometimes it's so satisfying because you're like, oh, I figured out a way to do this. I got
I
it. I figured out a
know.
simpler way. And you're so excited. And Lee said, and that we don't have to buy it all to have fun and to get an original looking card. And absolutely true. Absolutely true. We want you to buy what you're passionate about and enjoy it. So, speaking of that, what are you looking forward to most about the retreat?
It's always about the people because, being on design teams and things like the product and everything, I can always make stuff with what I've got here. I could not get one more thing in my in my stash and have enough here to make for 100 years, I'm sure of it. So for me, it's really about meeting and hanging out with everybody. Like, I just love that interaction, and there's always something to learn as well. It doesn't matter how long you've been making cards for or what techniques are your preference. You always learn something along the way, and often it's the people that you're meeting will say, oh, have you ever thought about doing it this way, or this is the way I've done it? And you think, oh, okay, that's a great idea. And then you can sort of stretch it to whatever you're doing as well. And that's probably making it personal. I love that about any of the classes that I've taught.
And I think that's something too that we have to go back to Jen and Tasneem and just say thank you, because with all of this, not only have they built an amazing company with phenomenal products that are innovative and just speechless with words for, but they've also built this amazing community that we're also fortunate to be part of. And so I think that's one of my favorite things as well, is just this community and the folks that we have come craft with us at these events, because they're just, and seeing their projects at the end is, you're like, I never would have thought of that. That's so awesome. I love that they did that. And
then you can either recreate it or put your own spin on it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. No one's going to get upset with you for remaking their card. That's why we're sharing them.
Yes.
So that you can be inspired. And then while you're making it, you might think, oh, I think I might try it in that color, and then you can start feeling confident using the supplies and getting more from them.
And we talked about, so because you're in Australia, so folks didn't know, she's in Australia. So yours is a little different from ours. Your seasons mixing with the time of year. So sometimes that must be challenging to kind of put your different hats on when it's opposite seasons of where you're designing for.
Creating winter cards when it's, like I say, 100 degrees outside. Just put the air conditioning on.
Yes.
Really
the hat, the gloves, get the feeling of the winter coming on.
I know. Or turn the music on. Christmas music.
Now that we've got you in the winter, we got you in the winter zone here. What are some colors, the unique colors that you like to use for the holidays or winter season?
Is sparkle a color?
We said earlier, yes, it is. Yes,
okay.
It is.
Sparkle.
That's like, probably, I think rainbow is a color now, because it's all of them. Why not do rainbow? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, also, I've got to say that teal is a bit of a go-to color for me. And I just love that it mixes so well with other colors too, like goes well with greens, pinks, reds. It's almost a neutral, isn't it?
It really feels like it is, because it can go for really any season. You can do anything with teal, really. It's kind of who you pair teal up with, where teal's going to go, whether he's going for a fall card or a spring or a summer. It's kind of what else you bring to the table with it. It's very a versatile color. So I'd almost want to put it in the neutrals, because
and it fits in the rainbow if you want.
Yes, it's in the rainbow color. Yes, teal does play well with others. Perfect wording for that. Absolutely. So do you go all out for holiday decorating?
No.
That's Me either. I
Oh,
I have
good.
a 3-foot tree with a little Elvis Christmas topper. That's me. I think we have a couple of little the little garlands that kind of get thrown on
Yeah.
furniture.
No, not a big decorator. If anything gets put up, it's the tree, and that hasn't always been put up in the last couple of years. If we're not home for Christmas, then
Yeah.
it's sort of this doesn't feel like the point of doing that. But the lights, I like the lights actually. Sometimes I'll just hang the lights around, and that just makes me happy. I like the sparkle and the lights, and the tree comes down usually on Boxing Day.
Wow, so yours comes down really, really soon. Yours goes down quickly.
My friend, she'll come around and put the tree up with me.
It's always good to have help. That's a lot of work because they just see the
Yeah,
finished product. They don't think of each individual ornament that you put on and the garland, and each step you take is like and a lot of thought goes into where you place certain
yeah.
things,
Well,
so yeah.
that is one thing I do every year, though. I suppose ever since my husband and I got together, so that was must be like 34 years ago. We've bought an ornament every year,
Yeah.
and it'll be not necessarily fancy pants or expensive or whatever. It's whatever the year reminds us of. Like, so say if we go traveling, we went to Morocco one year. So I bought a wood carving from Morocco, and that gets hung on the tree. My niece, when she was in kindergarten, she made me a little, you know how they get those Laminex samples from the hardware store,
Yeah.
and they got them to stick shells on it, and then they painted them and then gave them out as tree decoration. So that's one for that year. And then on the back, I'll write the year it is. So I do have a tradition.
That's amazing to see, to look
Yeah.
at your tree and see all the years that you've spent
And the
together and the
memories for
memories.
that year. Yeah.
That's amazing. When my son was little, I did that. Every year he picked out his own, what was special to him that
Oh,
year.
nice.
And some of them I was like, "Okay, I didn't know that was such a big impact." So it's funny to see what people do choose and what did affect them that you may
I
not
have
realize.
I have
So,
two friends who have these amazing trees, and they're perfect. And I just love going around and looking at them, and they decorate them too, but their kids aren't allowed to put anything on them. So they're more there's but then they have another tree that the kids can decorate.
more like the museum quality tree and then the
Yeah.
kids tree.
Cracks me up.
Now, have
But
you
that's
ever
not me.
created an ornament for your own tree?
Yeah.
Oh, yay! That's very cool. Did you create it for yourself or did you create it for your husband?
What, the ornaments?
Yeah.
For the year. Like
For the
sometimes I'll do, yeah.
Oh, that's very, very cool. So, thinking about when you start your holiday crafting, are you a reindeer kind of gal? Are you a snowman? Are you a tree? What is your favorite kind of icon of the season?
It took me a long time to get used to or feeling the snow for Christmas because it's summer for us.
Yeah.
But I've built that bridge now because I love snow and that glistening and all the snowflakes and snowmen, and I like the cuteness of them. So it's kind of that was something. And now I'll give, like, because it's the middle of summer, I definitely will give do a snowman card or a snowflake or a glistening card in a heartbeat and have no guilt because I still get people comment from Australia or from where it's summer. They go, like, it just doesn't feel like Christmas. I feel like almost like a fraud. You're putting snowflakes, and because like we don't get any snow here at all anyway, so it's not even something. But it's still pretty,
And you're
and it still adds
creating your
sparkle.
worlds that
And
way.
why not? And why not?
Yes. Bring
So
on the
I built
glitter
the
and the
bridge,
snowman.
and I love it. Yeah.
Well, if you'd ever like to come to Maine, we have plenty of snow. You could build a snowman.
Oh, thank
So
you, thank you. No, I've never built a snowman.
I don't dare ship any to you, but if you ever want to come over, you're more than welcome to build a snowman in the meadow, as the
No, it
song
wouldn't make it.
it kind of goes. So we have, you may know this is coming. Folks are catching on as the interview goes. We have a couple word associations.
Oh, okay. I'm
So
ready.
color, you said teal. So I
Yep.
I'll skip over that one. What about a song?
Oh, okay. So if I'm going to put Christmas music on, I like Feliz Navidad, or I have a few. My favorite Christmas albums are. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Putumayo. They are like so. A lot of them are international versions of songs, and really relaxing. Some of them are really upbeat and just fun. It's a fun take on Christmas carols and hearing music from other countries. So.
I think Feliz Navidad is my song. I like to sing the loudest and the worst because I don't know all the words, but I make them up as I go along. I sound like I know the words, but I have no idea what I'm singing. So I just go and I just 100% invest myself in that song, and I love it. And
Yeah,
probably
me
people
too.
around me are like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on over there?"
It's a fun. It's just
It just
fun.
is. It really is. It's just
Mm,
upbeat, and you want to dance, and it's just
yep.
that's what it's supposed to be. What about a food?
Um. Okay. Trifle.
Oh, that
I don't
sounds
know. Do you have
delicious.
trifle?
Yes. Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Yes.
And why is it only eaten at Christmas?
That I don't know. I think that's
I
wrong.
know. For us, I don't know. I agree. I agree.
It should
It's
be eaten
wrong.
every day. It's delicious.
No, I know. Can't like the combination of cake, custard, jelly, and sometimes like flaked almonds on top or coconut, and it's easy to make
Yes.
and
And
eat.
yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of it. Should be eaten daily. It's
Yeah.
delicious. It's absolutely delicious. How about a drink for the holiday season?
Or can I say bubbles? Like as in, because I don't drink champagne very often or prosecco. Like just.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll often buy a nice bottle of that and have with our dinner on Christmas.
That's a good one. I absolutely. How about what is fun? So some fun. What comes to mind for fun first for Christmas?
So going to the beach and just
We do
hanging
it
out.
differently here in
I
parkas and
know.
hats and gloves, but we do go to the beach at Christmas.
Yeah. Well, my memories growing up on Christmas were going to my aunties and uncles, for lunch, and we'd be swimming in the pool all day and have a barbecue roast. They do the spit roast things on the barbie for Christmas. So it's a little bit opposite. I found it very weird when I've lived in the UK a few times, and I found it a little bit weird having the cold Christmas and the short days. Like, it was just odd to me.
It's yeah, because here in
Not
Maine
wrong.
at like 3 o'clock it's starting to get dark. So it's like
I
by
know.
like 6 o'clock you think it's bedtime because it's been dark for 3 hours. So, and our poor friends in Alaska when they have like some
Oh
days
yeah.
with like a couple hours of light, I can't imagine that. So
No, I just it's daylight, and here in summer it's daylight at 4 in the morning, and I love that because
yeah.
I'm up. I'll be up not long after that.
Yes, we were talking. Yes, so we have the early bird here. We were talking
Yeah.
how earlier today we've Jennifer and I decided that we were the pigeons, the the tired pigeons, very tired pigeons. So we're not really the late night owls, and we're not really the early birds. We're someplace in the
In
middle.
between.
Yes.
In between. Well, what is it? It's 7:15 here in the morning at the moment.
It is 5:21 on the East Coast here.
Okay.
So it's what we call supper dinner time, whichever way you go. New England we say supper, which is also dinner. So we
Yep.
have our own phrases for a lot of stuff in New England. We just make it up.
Yeah. As long as you don't miss out on a meal,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Now, how early? So let's say you are
Okay.
not required to pass in any holiday themed projects. How early would you start in the year making your holiday themed projects?
I would say middle of the year. I would have, and I would make them all year round. I'd love to be that kind of person that did that because I hate rushing.
Yeah.
It's not something I like to do, so I like to be organised and enjoy it. So I would usually start about maybe July or something like that. I like to enjoy the process because they're one of my favourite cards to make. That and
They
birthday.
really are. I think for a lot of people, whatever holiday you celebrate, I think everybody loves being able to make those cards at that season and kind of the winter themed seasons. I think a lot of folks, those are the favorite cards of the year. Let us
And
know in
it
the
becomes
chats.
special because cards are, you don't receive cards or people don't give cards like we used to
Yeah.
because of all this social media and, it's like get text for your birthday, but to actually receive, especially a handcrafted card, it's just so special. And people, I think, really do appreciate it now. And, for someone to physically make the effort of sending you a card, thinking of you, you know, if you can get it there on time, like before your actual birthday, I think it makes someone feel special. Something we
Even
can do.
after, I think, like you said,
Yeah,
because
it
at the
doesn't
end,
matter. I just
yeah,
think a card any time of year is good too.
yeah.
Just
And
happy
it
mail.
is because
Happy mail's great.
I don't know if you guys get like a lot of we get a lot of junk mail that just flyers and pay, all of this like
Mm.
sales for this or sales for that. And so it's nice to actually get something that was meant for you. Like
Yeah.
somebody purposely
And not a
sent you
bill,
something.
although bills are all online now, aren't they, Nelly?
Yeah. Yes, the surprise card. The surprise card. Those are the
Yeah,
best because you're like, oh, junk mail. Oh, it's a card, and especially when it's handmade because it really does add that special
I agree.
touch to it. Speaking of making cards, so in this, some of the instructors, you guys picked some extra supplies. Is there's an extra in the kit that you are just passionate about and in love with?
Well, there's quite a few things, but can I be practical?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, the tweezers.
Yeah.
Because I've been using tweezers like with card making. Like obviously we've got the ones that do the reverse grips and all those sorts of things, but the Altenew tweezers are the classic style, but they are a real fine tip. And if I'm reaching for a pair of tweezers, it tends to be their tweezers nowadays, unless I need something to actually grip onto something and
Yep.
hold it. So I will kind of use both, but the Altenew tweezers have become my go-to for tweezers in
The
crafting.
nice point on them. They get
They
into a
are.
lot of small spaces, can pick up sequence perfectly. Like they are phenomenal. So
And
that's
layering die cuts together.
yes. It's like a third
They,
hand
they,
almost.
they are. They are. And because they're fine, when you're using, especially when you're using a liquid glue and you've got a fine point on the tweezer, you don't end up with glue all over the tweezers and then it ends up where you don't want it to.
You don't
So
want
they
that surprise.
yeah, I know. I know. We've all been there.
So, what's an average day like for you?
Depends if I'm working or not. I'm a shift worker, so that can change depending on the day of the week. And but if I'm at home, typically I'm up early, usually like 5 o'clock, something like that in the morning. Um, Feed the animals. I've got 2 rescue cats and a rescue dog as well. We've got 5 chickens. They're fairly new additions to the family. And I'm going to say this wrong. Are they heirloom or heritage breed? But
I
they're
think
the most
heritage.
heritage, is it? Yeah,
I
they're.
think so. I think heirloom or tomatoes, but there could be heirloom
Oh yeah,
chickens
no,
too.
they're not tomatoes.
I'm not up on the chicken like
But
on the
they're
chicken species, but I think they're heritage birds, I
that
believe.
sounds like it. And they're funny. They're very funny. So they get fed. I will probably come in because that's a quiet time of day, so I can get stuff done on my computer and return emails, maybe just catch together with that, and then I'll start creating. Depending on the tide time, we'll take the dog down the beach for a walk. I swim, so I swim a couple of times a week, laps, and do some exercises. I usually try and do something once a day, either a bit of a walk or a swim or Fit On, the Fit On app. I love that.
Yes.
Awesome. Just they have so many different sort of, and I don't do anything energetic. Don't think I'm a gym junkie or anything. It's all walking and stretching and stuff. No.
But it's very good for you. It's very good for you. So mentally and physically. So it's very, very good. So
you have to do it for here.
Yes. What do you do for a job?
I'm a nurse.
I think I knew that when you had said shift work. I'm like, I thought I mentioned that. And are the chickens for pets or are they eggs for eggs?
Eggs.
For eggs, okay.
Well, they kind of end up both. We're not getting any eggs yet because they're too young, but we've had chickens off and on for years, so we haven't had them for a while because we're going to change up our backyard, and it's nice having them back again. They're funny creatures. They crack me up.
They're funny to watch. They're like a television show. Like just watching a couple chickens, let alone 5. It's like a television. And then if you add in the dog or the cats, I mean, you've got a sitcom. Like you're good to go.
I was kind of thinking if I was motivated I'm not very good at social media and things. I'm learning along the way. It took me, let me say this. It took me years to work out that you're meant to respond to texts. Like I just did not know that I read the message and go, oh, well, okay, good, I've got that. Like I didn't know that you were meant to actually text back and say, okay, yes, I've got that. And so I'm learning the hard way. Where was I going? It's the social media. Oh yeah, like if I was good at social media, then I would definitely be filming them.
The chickens, they could have like their own daily show. The chicken show.
Oh, people get millions of followers doing things like that, but I'm still working out how to do stories on Instagram,
I'm with you. Yeah.
It's all so complicated. It feels complicated, but I'm sure it's not.
It's once you get it, you're like, oh, that's it. Like it's, but
I'm getting better, but
learning.
If I offend anybody because I missed messages, please accept my apology now.
And yes, thank you for what you do in your professional life as a nurse, because that job is amazing. It's hard to do, and we are also grateful for our nurses out there, as well as many professions, but nurses. Thank you so much for what you do. And let's see. So you kind of answered this one too. When you feel most energized is in kind of the morning. That's when you get a lot of your stuff kind of done. So what do you like most about yourself?
Oh, most about myself. Oh, is that a hard question? I think it might be.
It can be a hard one. Yeah, we were talking about you're good at self-care. So I was like, oh, that might be a good kind of follow-up, or in that neighborhood of chicken love and self-care.
I don't know that, yes, you have to be good at self-care. We have to look after ourselves. I don't know that everyone knows this about me, but I'm quite tall.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool. I'm not. I'm always in awe because I struggle to get things off shelves, like I'm so short. And
I'll get it for you. Don't worry.
Thank you very much. Because even when they go to measure me, I'm like, oh, really? Come on. I'm shrinking. I wasn't that big to begin with.
Yeah, we're all shrinking.
For the amazing shrink. That's what they don't tell you when you're a kid. You will shrink. You will shrink. So I'm sorry for those young folks that are with us. You will shrink. It's going to happen. So
Yes.
now, so there's something. So we have, for folks that are joining us in these, we're getting kind of to get an idea of maybe a favorite extra, and we're also getting sneak peeks of
Mhm.
something that's there in the kit. So what is your sneak peek that you have for us?
You want to see it? You ready?
You guys ready? Are you guys ready out there? And I think we're going to see about 10 yeses in like 5 seconds.
Once you say you're ready, I'll show you.
Okay, she's not going to show you until you guys say you're excited and ready.
They
Yes,
must be
big
ready
hair
by
days do
now.
make you taller.
Yeah, I'll wear heels. Here we go.
More than ready. Here we go. The yeses are coming in. Oh my gosh. That is just stunning. That is stunning. Now, is this something that you may have put into a project? Possibly, maybe,
I may have just done that.
could have. So that's exciting to see.
Yes.
I know we love sneak peeks. Everybody loves to see the sneak peeks. It's very exciting. I think it gets you even more excited. It is, yeah, it's absolutely stunning. And it's,
Mm,
you guys, October is going to be here before we know it. We're talking
I
about it now
know.
like it's so long away,
I
but
can't
before
wait.
we know
Yeah.
it, we're gonna blink and it's gonna be here. And what a better day or card making day to share with friends and make beautiful projects. So it's very, very exciting. And we are so excited to have you here with us for that. Do we have any questions? I'll give you guys a second if you have any other questions that you would like to ask Therese before we let her get started with her day. We're
Yeah.
winding up here and she's just beginning.
Wanna go and have some
I
breakfast?
know. They're getting more and more excited. So,
I know.
yes.
Wait till you see the rest of the kit. It's awesome. It's just, and it's not just for holidays. That's what I liked about it. Like, I think every piece of the kit can be used, for occasions other than that. I was really, once I started sitting down looking at it and what it has, and it's really versatile.
And I think that's one of the things that I always love about Alt New is that, of course, every release is my favorite because I'm like, they can't top this. And the next month, of course, they do. But these kits that we get with these retreats are so versatile, and they really put a lot of work into it to make sure that these are usable,
Yeah.
2, 3 years down the road, no matter what the season is. They work very hard at that. So that's it's the versatility is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
So
you're not
what part of
wasting your money.
Australia are you in?
Oh, sorry, what was the question?
What part of Australia are you in?
Oh, okay. Live in, so on the Gold Coast in northern New South Wales, so on the coast.
Oh, and will
Beautiful.
you be doing some kind of Christmas card tag, etc. series this year on your
Yes,
channel?
yes.
Yay! That's a tradition. I think that's just a tradition that we have now in the creative community is having that every year. So
I
it's
know.
good.
There's so many good series out there and lots of inspiration. And the good thing about the series is you can take what you have, like with your products, and be able to get inspiration and get your cards made and enjoy stretching. I like stretching my products up and getting more out of them. And I think these series, you just get so much inspiration from people and think, oh, I can try that. I can do that with what I've got here, and it's good fun.
And I
I
think
like I
too,
like making Christmas cards and making a few at once that kind of match. But I
sometimes
think
you need a set, like if you're going to give it as a gift to somebody or something. So it's always nice to have that set backup where you do
yeah,
have something on hand that's ready to go for that. Um, yes, I know. Yes, we are all so excited. I know that on World Card Making Day, that is so exciting. We have so much excitement on this day. And I love too that when you were talking about stretching, I think sometimes even when you pull out an old set, you really even stretch your creativity with it sometimes. So I love, like you were talking about the series and stuff. I really think that does as well. It stretches everything out, whether
yeah,
it's your supplies or your creativity, and it kind of pushes maybe your style a little bit where you try something new. So it's those series are phenomenal and excellent.
Thank you.
And these retreats are great too, because you get to see instructors using the same basic supplies essentially, because they all have the same retreat kit. But you get to see like a lot of different directions that you can go in. So they're definitely a great way to invest and get a great thing of supplies and have so many ideas. And like we were talking about too, when you see what other participants create, that's going to give you so many more ideas. So you're not
And
just
we
limited
haven't,
to the
and
six
we didn't know what
classes.
others were making. Like we just kind of got the kit and ran with it. And it's going to be, it's more interesting to sit there and say, oh, that's what you did with that. And I really like how you used that product. It wasn't something I thought of. But I actually took my kit camping with me because I'm on holidays at the moment. So I really had limited supplies. I only had the kit and some inks and like paper cutter. You know, I took what I thought and I just made it work. And it really made me, because obviously when you're at home and you have everything around you, the sky's the limit. But when I was out camping, all I had was the kit. And I love that I made, 4 cards just like that. It was easy to use and fun. I had a lot of fun using it.
And sometimes it's better that way, because sometimes I think we can be overwhelmed by our supplies. You're in your space, you see everything, and so sometimes it's nice just to grab 5 or 10 things and say, what can I make with this? And see and really push the supplies in yourself. And I think these boxes are great for that, because you can leave your kit together when it's over and kind of keep reaching in and seeing where you can push the kit as well. So it's a lot of fun. Camping cozy comfort.
And I'm in winter here, so I've been camping in winter, but it's not like your winter in Maine.
Lisa, yes, they're a little different.
What was it?
Yes,
20,
Therese, your cards
25
are
degrees? I don't know what that is in your language. Our days?
well, how much is it?
25 degrees is someone.
And they're in Celsius, right?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, the math.
I don't know
Yeah, we can get to 20 below Fahrenheit here. So we can
that's yes, no,
it's
that's
chilly.
no, none of that. You wouldn't be camping in winter.
No. I think there are some people that do it on mountains, but I'm not that girl. You're never going to find me in a tent layered up in a no. No. I think the years of tenting are behind me as well. I think a camper is excellent.
Yeah, we've got a camper.
But yeah, I think the years of sleeping bags on the ground, I think once I hit 30, I think that was just a thing of the past for me.
It's too hard to get up.
You need to have something to get you off the ground at that point. So, oh, Deborah did the math. 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that the 21 Celsius? Oh, yeah. We get much colder than that. Definitely much colder than that. And Natasha said, all of your cards are so pretty and stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I love how the take two. I love the take two, because it gives you so many more ideas, because you're starting with that base of 2. So it's like it's multiples of 2 then, because you're like, oh, but I could change this on this one, or I could make this from this one. And I love that.
Thank you.
And so will we have a take 2 in the retreat, maybe? Kind of?
No.
No, okay. So we won't go into delve in anymore. But
there is a theme, but it's the cards are very different. And there are a couple of bonus cards as well.
Ooh,
following the same theme.
And with that, guys, it's a cruel place to end, but it's now we have to wait for we get more inspiration that comes. Of course, we get sneak peeks, more coming along the way. As we get closer to October 7th, we'll get the beautiful PDFs from all of our instructors. And we will have the Facebook group, which will be coming soon. Make sure to pay attention to your emails for when that's going to be available. So something to look forward to for more inspiration. And of course, we will have a live unboxing for the event. So we'll go through the whole event. So let's that'll be my last question to you.
Okay.
Could you hold a box and wait for the unboxing, or would you have to open it before?
Could I? I could.
You could. You're tough.
If it was, I don't. It's like I don't like knowing what I'm going to get for Christmas or something. I like surprises. So if I accidentally found my Christmas present one year, and I was like, oh dang. It was a boogie board. It was hiding under the bed. He didn't do a very good job of hiding it.
That's going to be pretty hard to hide.
I know. In his
Not
defense.
a lot of places you can go with that.
And wrap. It's not easy to wrap either. So
I'm with Deborah, man. The package comes in the mail. I've got the tape as I'm rounding the corner of the house. Like I'm ripping it off. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. So we have a sign that it says, you are important. And every day I walk by it, I read it as you are impatient. And I get excited. So the first day I read it, I thought, well, that's kind of rude. I read it again. You were important. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
That's better.
That's much better. And yes, I have to agree with Deborah. It was so nice to meet you because we get to see you in the videos and we get to see you through your projects, but it's different being able to have a chat and ask questions. So even
thank you everyone for being here and for all your questions, and look forward to seeing you at the retreat. Hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Audrey says she unwraps slowly. She doesn't want it to end. So, yes.
Make it last.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you again, everybody. And thank you for joining us on our 2-interview day. How exciting was that? We had
I didn't realize. That's good.
So much fun. So we will see you all next week when we interview the amazing Kelly Taylor. I was going to say the Kelly Amazing Taylor. The amazing Kelly Taylor for our next interview. So make sure to stay tuned because she may just have a secret to share with us there too. So make sure you don't want to miss any of these interviews. And again, thank you so much, Therese, for joining us. And
thank you, Bridget. Thanks, everyone.
We will
so happy to join you here. See you soon.
Yes, we will see you all very soon. And from all of us at Alt New, thank you for allowing us to help you craft your lives. Bye, guys.
Bye.